which is better for TRT, Sustanon versus testosterone Enanthate? I'm 54 and I'm training every day. Thanks. I will take Enanthate 10 times out of 10 over Sustanon. Okay. The reason being is Enanthate is one ester. It's Enanthate. Half-life, roughly a week, 7 to 10 days, depending who you ask, roughly about a week. Now, when you're looking at Sustanon is viewed as a long ester. The problem is there are multiple esters as part of Sustanon. There's some very short-acting ones, and then there's some more middle ones and some long ones. So what happens with guys is when they're taking Sustanon, they'll get a peak very, very quickly from the short-acting esters. And then the other ones will kick in, And it can work for some, but for some guys that are really hypersensitive to testosterone, they take a shot of Sustanon and they almost feel like wound up, like they had too much caffeine. They're overstimulated, okay? I don't like having all of these different esters having an impact. You know, this one's acting fast, this one's acting slow, and why not just have one ester that's just going to do one specific thing at one specific timeline? I find it much easier to dial in with something like Enanthate or a Cypionate compared to Sustanon. Just about any time I can think of. A lot of the guys that reached out in the group or even to me or some of the docs using Sustanon have switched over to Enanthate and Cypionate and found it significantly easier to get dialed in. Okay, so I would recommend that every single time. Again, there's some countries that they only prescribe Sustanon or Nebido, and they don't have the other esters. Do what you can. Yes, Sustanon's a long ester. I still see some guys daily doing daily shots of Sustanon, every other day shots of Sustanon, just to make them feel stable and consistent. So yeah, I definitely prefer the other two over Sustanon.
This video was sponsored by online pharmacy NP Labs. Use the link in the description to get a 5% discount on your first order. It's where I get my compounded testosterone cream, pregnenolone, DHEA, tadalafil, peptides and much more.